This is KPPQ LP Ventura, 104.1 FM. Hi, I'm Kathleen Good, host of In the Women's Room, here to share how women are coping in the age of coronavirus. Virginia Matsuda is a former guest on In the Women's Room. She is a hypnotherapist and a healing arts practitioner, and I had her on the show to talk about this healing art and how it might be used for healing yourself without drugs or for changing certain limiting behaviors. I just contacted Virginia again to ask her if she could give our listener a message during this time of coronavirus and provide us with some techniques for coping with the anxiety we all feel because our lives have been turned upside down. I was delighted when she wrote me the following email with some very valuable guidance for reducing unease. Let me read it to you. Hi all. I know many of you are having anxiety and insomnia right now. Your anxiety is actually making your immune system more vulnerable. The big question is how to reduce this anxiety. I have several techniques you can try and see what works best for you. The first is called square breathing. Let me explain what this is. Breathe in for the count of 4. Hold that breath for the count of 4. Release the air for the count of 4. And lastly, hold at the bottom of letting your breath out for the count of 4. Let me repeat that for you. So breathe in for the count of 4. Hold that breath for the count of 4. Release the breath for the count of 4. And lastly, hold the breath for a count of 4 before you breathe again. Do this for a 2 to 3 minute time period and see if you're more relaxed. Another technique is called emotional freedom technique or tapping on acupuncture points with your fingers. We all have a rescue point. It can be different for different people. Mine is tapping on the collarbone points. These are the knobs just below your neck and at the end of your collarbone in the middle of your neck. Another point you could use is under your eye, specifically in the middle on the bone under your eye. See if you can find it. Start tapping there or at the collarbone in the middle of the neck, and as you tap, say, release this anxiety and fear. Release this anxiety and fear. Do this for a minute or two and see if you feel less anxious and more relaxed. Another bit of information Virginia gives us is this. Remember, what you focus on, you draw toward you. So your goal is to change your focus. Start finding the things you are grateful for and focus on those instead of focusing on how grim life can be right now. Here's another strategy. You can repeat this mantra. Everything always works out for me. Everything always works out for me. Everything always works out for me. Your subconscious will hear you and help that to be true for you. Stay safe. Be kind to everyone, especially yourself. Love to you all. May you be forever blessed. Signed, Virginia Matsuda. And I am adding here that I personally use affirmations a lot, like Virginia's mantra. Sometimes I write them over and over to fix it in my psyche as well as say them. I'd like to thank Virginia Matsuda, a local Ventura hypnotherapist and healing arts practitioner, for sharing her words of wisdom along with some very practical techniques for reducing anxiety and fear in this very stressful time. And I will repeat Virginia's mantra one more time for you. Everything always works out for me. For comments, questions, information, or if you would like to send a message about coronavirus to our listeners, you can email me at radio@capsmedia.org. Type in the women's room in the subject line. This is KPPQ LP Ventura, 104.1 FM, and we're in the Women's Room, where we appreciate and support each other. I'm your host, Kathleen Good.